Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. Yesterday I did a video on genomic stocks, and today I'm going to do a video on AI. And I'm hopeful that starting next week onwards, I'll do a combined video as I get back into more of a sleeping rhythm with Canada. I'm still a bit jet lagged, but I'm back. So that said, I think there is a really good opportunity in the market to make money. I'm going to talk all about that. We're going to go through the indices and the AI stocks, and I'll point out which AI stocks I think are most likely to give good returns in the next 2 or 3 days. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. It seems that the economic data that we received yesterday has encouraged the market participants to believe that the economy is kind of cooling down and it is going to make the Fed benign, which means basically interest rate cuts are back on the table and whatever was distant seems now closer, as a result of which the market has started showing some exuberance and animal spirits. And I think there's an opportunity in the next 2 or 3 days to make some money. So that said, I would like to take you to the TradingView platform where I will look at the indices and I'll point out the stocks that I think are likely to make a move. Let's go to the TradingView platform. I'm starting with the futures, NASDAQ futures. And as you can see in the NASDAQ futures, right now we are up 1.99%. That's a very good sign. We have a solid support out here at 17,724.75. Apart from that, we have support from all the exponential moving averages, and that is a very positive aspect as far as I can see in this chart. And also momentum is above average. That's again positive, and MACD has become bullish and moving away from the signal line. That is also a positive. So futures all check. Everything is ready to launch. Now let's look at the indicators. If you look at QQQ, you can see it was up 2.01%. And when I look at the chart out here, what I see is that all the exponential moving averages are starting to move up, which would mean that we may have a few golden crosses in line, which are bullish symbols. And we have seen a good gap up out here. It was a strong move and the volumes are also very good. And our momentum has finally gone above average. So that's again another point that I would like to check. And again, as you can see here, the MACD has become bullish and it's moving away from the signal line. All of these lend me to believe that we are going to see a movement forward. Now, I would like to take you to the stock market heat map, and I want to show you a few things which back up my thesis. So, if you look at the restaurant sector here, it's consumer cyclical restaurants. It was down 1.08%. And if you look at consumer cyclical lodging, it was just barely able to eke out a 0.01%. And if you got to go further and have a look at integrated freight and logistics, it is down minus 0.54. So the way I would put a story out here would be that we are seeing that people are spending less at the restaurants, and we are seeing that people are doing less of the traveling, and we'll also say that freight and logistics are a front runner. So if freight and logistics is going down, that means there's feeling that probably there is excess supply that is going to build up, and therefore freight and logistics is going down a little bit to cool it down. So these are the ways that I would look at it. You also have packaged foods which are down, and you also have confectionaries which are down. So these are all discretionary day-to-day purchases, and if people start tightening up on restaurants, going out, and on confectionaries and packaged foods, then I think that gives an indication that people are getting a little bit serious, and all the money that was sloshing around and causing inflation is down. So that's the way I look at this, and that's the way I would like to build the story. Now going back into QQQ, I would like to look at the VIX, and as you can see, the VIX has gone below the diagonal line of support that we had done, and I'm fully expecting it to bounce back up again, but it should take a few days like it did before, and that's when we'll start seeing the markets come down. So I'm thinking that there's a narrow window of 3 or 4 days in the next week when we should be able to see some opportunity to make money. So those who had already bought the stocks today, they are going to definitely have a good opportunity to benefit. But those who are looking at buying on Monday, I don't know if you will have the opportunity and whether the movement in the share price will be adequate for the risk that is involved, because there are other geopolitical events that will go on. There will be other economic calendar data that may come up, which can change the sentiment. That said, let's go into AI and let's look at our AI stocks. And if you look at FNGU, which kind of gives an indication of the max 7, it has done very well, and it's actually gained a lot of points, and it's got a strong support out here at 309.85, and it's in the verge of forming its first golden cross out here, which is a bullish signal that we can say. Momentum is above average. MACD is again bullish, moving away from the signal line. Everything that I like is out here. So I'm thinking FNGU can give superlative returns. So that's point number one. Apple blew past everything with the share buyback, and even though their sales of iPhones have dropped, but the share buyback is definitely a positive news, and there is renewed enthusiasm on Apple, and it has converted the resistance, which was at 181.95, into a support, and this has in a big way helped FNGU as well. If you look at ARM, it was up 3.71%, and it has it's in a very bearish situation at this point of time. It still needs to pick up momentum. I would say that the entire semiconductor segment needs to improve, and when it improves, that will be the second wind for the market. And I think the improvement is around the corner, because all the exuberance has been released, and there has been a period of consolidation. Now new foundation has been built, and it has to go up further. Now, if you look at ASML, which is something similar, I would say, a whole lot of consolidation, a great deal of support at 889.49, but we are still waiting for momentum to go above average, MACD to start turning bullish, and having a few golden crosses would not hurt. So we are looking for those things out here. Palantir was up 3.46%. And we are in the verge of forming a bunch of golden crosses out here. Momentum is above average. MACD is bullish. Palantir is looking very good, and I think it would have serious resistance for the first time when it approaches 25.44. So that's my feedback on that. Nvidia is starting to look good again, because momentum is above average, if you can see here, and MACD has also started being bullish, and we are in the process of forming the first golden cross. I think we have already done that. We'll get to see that maybe tomorrow when the lines become clearer, because I'm pretty sure that the 9-day exponential moving average has crossed over the 20-day, which is this thin orange line. It's difficult to see on the chart, but I think we have our first bullish signal. And Nvidia as well as FNGU both are pointing in the same direction. And then we have Broadcom, which is positive, but it's being pushed down by all the exponential moving averages, and also the momentum has got to pick up a little bit. It's still just at average. It has got to go above average. MACD also has to turn bullish. That has not happened. So we wait for AVGO to get started. Then we have Applied Materials Inc., which has done very well yesterday. It's about to turn around, and we have the momentum, which is pretty good. MACD also looking bullish, and that seems to me to be a very good positive point. We have not yet formed any golden crosses, but we are on the very verge of it. Once a few golden crosses form, I'll be even more confident that the semiconductor sector and MAT will move up. AMD is up 3.04%, again constrained by all the 4 exponential moving averages, and we just had a death cross recently, so I'm waiting for the momentum to go above average, and the MACD to continue to be bullish. The bullishness that we see in the MACD here, a silver of bullishness, that's a very good positive for the momentum, and I'm hopeful that maybe in a week or so the semiconductors should again lead the charge. SMCI was up 2.65%, again very weak on the charts, long way to go. I think Meta has the biggest potential among them all to give really good returns in the next few days. That is because we have a huge gap up out here, and we have momentum which is starting to pick up. However, the MACD is a bit weak out here. But if I look at Meta in the whole, not just the technicals, then I think that Meta has got a good prospect to go up. They have invested a lot on AI, which is the flavor of the month. So as the semiconductors start ramping up to pick up, Meta will also join the game, or the race, as you may call it. and start moving upward. So that's what I'm thinking, and this gap fill has to be done. No time better than now. However, we are just coming out of the hangover of this death cross out here, and we may potentially have the exponential moving average starting to move back up in order to start forming golden crosses and moving further. Microsoft is another company that I'm bullish on, and I'm again waiting for the MACD to cross over and become bullish. But Microsoft seems really good. They have the initiative. They have picked up a little bit of Google's search engine share, which they had not been able to do before. And I think they also seem to continue to have a lead in the AI space, and they have deployed AI onto their Office suite and thereby protected their entire Office suite business and taken it into the next generation by providing AI context. Right now, whatever AI that we see in Microsoft might seem rudimentary, but as time goes by, that will be the foundation on which they will build, and other app creators will have a difficult time catching up. So they are more or less maintained their monopoly out there. So that's what I would say is the justification for getting into Microsoft. And next we are looking at Micron Technologies, which was up 2.11%. It has managed to go above all the exponential moving average. So that is the first bullish point. Second bullish point is the momentum is above average. The third one that I want to click is the MACD becoming bullish. It's in the verge of doing so. And the fourth one I would like to click is for the 9-day exponential to cross over the 20-day exponential, which is this thin orange line, and that would form the first golden cross. Everything is within reach for Micron. So it again reinforces my sentiment that by a week or so, we should potentially see the semiconductors leading the charge again. And then Adobe was up 2.0%. Intel Corporation was up 1.28%, but it has fallen down drastically. All the chart vitals are looking very weak, like it's like a patient on oxygen and saline. Look at Amazon, which was up 0.8%. Again, Amazon is very close to its all-time highs, and I think it's going to have a first challenge as soon as it reaches 189.18, and it's not too far from there. Momentum is still pretty good, and there's plenty of room on the RSI, and the MACD has also started going bullish. So if one had strong conviction in Amazon, they could potentially go in for Amazon, hoping that it's going to create a new all-time high. Again, it has got heavy investments, not only in artificial intelligence, but also it's a leader in consumer discretionaries and e-commerce. So all those things add up together and make Amazon a very attractive buy, along with their cloud infrastructure play and everything. Next, let us look at Oracle, which is up 0.73%. Chart is still looking very, very weak. Tesla was up 0.66%, but I'm not still convinced with the Tesla story, because the number of sackings that we are hearing about is really scary. So I have my last huge position with Tesla in one of my accounts, and I'm planning to liquidate that and move it into maybe semiconductors or one of the Mag 5 companies or FNGU, something like that. So that's my plan. Google was up 0.31%. Even though Google lost a bit of search engine revenue, I think they're well positioned in the AI space right now. They have regained the lost initiative. They were caught flat-footed. They're back again. There's plenty of room on the momentum for the RSI to become overbought, and then the MACD is also bullish. Everything is looking perfectly good out here as far as I'm concerned, and we are likely to see this 9-day exponential moving average keep on winding upwards and providing support, on top of which we can see Google riding very close to the 9-day exponential, but just above it. Qualcomm was down minus 0.26%. I won't worry too much about it. It was just a bit of moderation out here. Let me see if there is any bad news. It was an insider who sold shares worth 1.4 million. So that definitely has got a hit on the market psychology. Those who are jittery would definitely sell out. I think there is no need to worry as far as Qualcomm is concerned. DJT, which is my morbid curiosity, was down 1.54%. I still can't believe a company with a annual income of $5 million is going to be valued at around 6.35 billion market capital. I wish people would give that kind of market capital to our genomics companies, and I think we would be really doing very well. And then let's look at NET, which is Cloudflare, which was down minus 16.38%. And they have been maintained at sell by UBS. UBS has a great influence, so that's one aspect to it. And also Insider has sold shares, but the share price is not that much. And yeah, I think we are going to look at the story of the Mag 5 or Mag 6 playing out. I'm going to exclude Tesla from there, and that is going to give a boost for the market. And when they start coming down, I'm expecting the semiconductors to go up. So that's what I'm thinking. And of course, my dear friends, these are all my personal opinion and not financial advice. So please do your own due diligence before you invest. I'm trying to catch up with what's happening in the market, and this is what I think. If you got other theories, please put it in the comment. I always like to read your comments and learn from you. So it's really important that you comment, and other members in the community can also read your comments and get some ideas and get educated. With that, my friends, I would like to bid farewell for today. It's late night. It's around 11 p.m. on 3rd of May. So I'm burning the midnight oil. I can't go to sleep. I'm wide awake. Let's see how long it takes for me to overcome this jet lag. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye.